In today's breaking story, Donald Trump's tone-deaf party just got absolutely crashed by a brutal new scandal. That's right, Donald Trump just can't catch a break, and he certainly can't throw a good party. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avalone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, as I was saying, Donald Trump is a disaster, and recently, former President Barack Obama had some things to say.
It's not as if we didn't see some of this coming. I will admit it's worse than even I expected, but I did warn y'all. I did. You can run the tape. And by the way, he warned you too, because he said what he was going to do. But the fact is, there were plenty of people who voted for Trump and the Republicans anyway. And it wasn't because they wanted to give up the right to free speech or see our public health systems torn down, but because they were understandably frustrated with inflation and gas prices and the difficulty of affording a home and worries about their children's future, and so they were willing to take it.
And still, Donald Trump can't possibly be too happy. After all, his disastrous performance so far is only spelling disaster for Republicans in the midterms.
Harry. Okay, so Harry, when we're looking at races, you've got New York, you've got New Jersey, you've got Virginia, so much attention being played to these three races. What is happening? How much of those races is actually a test of Donald Trump? How much is it actually about the races themselves and what's happening in those areas?
Yeah, I mean, look, if they're a test of Donald Trump, then Donald Trump can't be too happy with what we're seeing in the data right now. I mean, you talk about New Jersey. What do we see there? I know a lot of Republicans want to think that Jack Ciattarelli is closing the gap, but in all honesty, what we see there is that the Democratic candidate, Mikey Sherrill, has a clear advantage, about 6 points. That's the closest of the three races that we're talking about. Virginia, you see Abigail Spanberger way up there by double digits, up by 10 points. And then, of course, you were just interviewing Andrew Cuomo, but you see that Zohran Mamdani, the Democratic nominee, is ahead there by 16 points. At this point in time, and granted, election day, we'll see what happens, but at this point in time, to me, it seems like the Democrats are most likely going to sweep all three of those races, and that's in part because of Donald Trump, but it's also in part because, especially in a place like Virginia, they have a much better candidate than the Republican candidate.
And now Trump's tone-deaf party just got crashed by a new public scandal. That's right, take a look at today's top story.
One President Donald Trump's newest scandal isn't just political, it's downright moral. On the very night millions of Americans were preparing to lose access to basic food assistance, Trump hosted an extravagant Great Gatsby themed Halloween party at Mar-a-Lago. The event took place last night, but new details emerging today are even more shocking than expected. As the government shutdown drags on, and 42 million Americans face the loss of their SNAP food benefits, Trump's glittering celebration has sparked nationwide outrage. A modern-day let-them-eat-cake moment. Photos and videos from inside the exclusive resort show Trump mingling with his closest allies, including Marco Rubio, Jeanine Pirro, and other MAGA elites, beneath grand chandeliers, surrounded by burlesque performers, vintage champagne, and dessert tables overflowing with luxury. Guests wore 1920s-inspired costumes, while servers offered cocktails on silver trays, and dancers twirled feather fans beneath neon lights. The irony couldn't be sharper. The Great Gatsby is a story about greed, excess, and the moral decay of America's wealthy. Yet Trump chose it as the theme for his party, while millions struggle to put food on the table. Since July, SNAP benefits have already been slashed by $186 million. And now, with no end to the shutdown in sight, funding has completely run out. To make matters worse, one Republican lawmaker cruelly suggested that struggling families should stop smoking crack if they wanted to survive. A heartless remark that added insult to injury for millions simply trying to feed their children. California Governor Gavin Newsom captured the public's fury in one viral post. Greater than Donald Trump hosted a Great Gatsby party while SNAP benefits were about to disappear. For 42 million Americans, he does not give a damn about you, and it's hard to disagree. While everyday Americans wait in long lines at food banks, the president is sipping champagne with billionaires and Fox News personalities under gold balloons. Trump's defenders may dismiss it as harmless fun, but optics matter, especially in a nation still battling inflation, deepening poverty, and record hunger. This wasn't just tone deaf. It was a perfect snapshot of Trump's presidency, a glittering spectacle built on cruelty, greed, and indifference, while ordinary families tighten their belts. Trump raises a crystal glass that asterisk the Great Gatsby asterisk ended in tragedy, and once again, Donald Trump seems determined to relive the story. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to asterisk Occupy Democrats asterisk for more updates as we continue holding Trump accountable.